Evening, folks. Welcome again to the Morse Summer 21 Adventures, Day 27. It is it's Sunday, July the 11th, and we're still here at the Jellystone Campground in Frankenmuth, Michigan. A good day today. You know, there's a certain profession that has a success rate of 50%. Okay? And they're not bad people. Okay? But what I'm talking about is meteorologist, the weatherman. They're right half the time and they're wrong half the time. Okay? We were supposed to have 63% rain today. All right? Meaning like all day. Okay? I think when we left this morning at 9:45 to go to church, it had already finished raining. And it was just light rain, mist type of stuff. It wasn't a thunderstorm that they were forecasting. Okay? So God was good to us today. We had a beautiful day. Beautiful ride. It was only about maybe 6 minutes, 10 minutes the most to the church that we went to this morning. A nice country church, small church, very friendly people. Pastor was, basically my age. All right, good sermon. And it was just a good day, and they really made us feel welcome, and we're pleased to have us, and told us about different areas that we could go see while we're going to be here if we wanted to, suggestions, and recommended some places to eat. So we did that, and then we went grocery shopping, and we left about 9:45 this morning. We got back after 2:30. It was almost 3 o'clock when we got back. So we were gone most of the day. Then this evening, this afternoon, the organization we belong to officially started. They had their board meeting and all that, and then they had area, region meetings, and then they had the official opening ceremonies, and it was different. I liked it. It was. They had little state maps. Probably 18 by 24-inch flags. I'm talking about. Kind of like the garden flag size of the different states that were represented. And then, of course, the Canadian flag and the American flag, and then the association, the club banner, posted all of those, raised all the flags and everything. And a little ceremony, and then had what they called a memorial wreath, where they honored, not memorized, but, remembranced the members that had passed this past year. And it was nice. And then we had an ice cream social afterwards, and just sit around the campfire and visited and whatnot, and got some games and things going on tomorrow. So it's the rally has officially begun. Okay, and so it was a good day, like I said, and beautiful weather. Even right now, I think it's still like in the high 60s or low 70s right now. And a very nice day. And speaking of nice days, folks, I'm not going to keep you up late, okay? Because it's already late here. It's 10:35, in fact. I'm just getting around to making the video. That's kind of how the day's gone. Busy. Always doing. No swim time today, though. Just too busy. But it's okay. And the sermon today was on stewardship, and he made 5 really very good points, and based on scripture. And I kept thinking during the service, his sermon, something that I learned years ago, and that is, man can take this figure and manipulate them and this and whatnot, and say no, it won't work. It can't happen. The numbers don't match up. They don't come up to this or this. I will tell you this. in all honesty and sincerity, man's math just doesn't add up to God's math. Okay? You just can't outgive God. You know, in Malachi, he talks about tithe, talks about giving. And it's the only place in the scripture where he says, try me. Every place says, trust me. This one he says, try me. See if I can't. Okay? You know, the fact that we're in an RV and enjoying the RV life is proof that if you're faithful in the tithe and faithful in your giving above and beyond your tithes, God's going to be faithful to you, and because he knows what we desire. You know, I mean, our desire should be to please him. Okay, but in return, you know, he wants to please us. He wants to shower us with blessings and gifts. This RV and our RV life is an example of that. You know, so it's really, and not many preachers like to talk about or preach about stewardship, you know, giving and tithe. You know, this pastor was bold enough, and this was part 2. I would like to have seen part 1 last week, and maybe I will, as they do video it. So, but you know, it was a good service. It really was. And then you know, they had a children's church, you know, for Joel, and so, you know, he was, unlike last week where he had to sit in the adult service, he had a service that he could go to. And that brings me to today's scripture. You know, and it is Mark 9:23. Jesus said to him, if you can believe, all things are possible to him that believes. It didn't say some things. It says all things are possible to him that believes. You know, Philippians 4:19. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You know, all things. If you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes. You know, another scripture, I believe it's in Matthew, talks about having the faith of a mustard seed. You can move mountains. Okay, say to this mountain, move, and it will be moved. Okay. You're faithful in the tithes and offerings. If you believe that God is going to outgive you, try it, because it ain't going to happen. Okay? You just can't outgive God. He's always going to return it tenfold or more. You know, stewardship. You know, and I put the paper away. I wish I hadn't. I could have given you the different points of his sermon today, but because he had 5 good points, and they were really quick. I could have given them to you quickly, but that's okay. And you know, if you believe, all things are possible to him that believes. You all be blessed. We'll come to you tomorrow. We're going to be in the same place. All right. We got some videos from around town today. Not a whole lot, but some. And you know, probably not as many as I should have because we were busy doing other things. But y'all be blessed. We'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.